I'll be on the couch for months, and I only leave the house when I'm out of blunts. I watch too much TV. I can't put my remote control down. Tube head, yeah, I'm guilty. Ask Judge Joe Brown.
And then the ones that the black people make are even worse. They're even worse. They're even more objectified and stereotyped. You know what I mean? And it's like, dude, this can't be a rich dude. That's what I said. If we could get Black Panther is rich though.
He's a prince.
Yeah,
he's like the
rich.
fucking son of a king in Africa.
Yeah, Wakanda, right? That's what that was.
I can't remember every detail.
It was Wakanda, the nation of Wakanda, and his dad got killed, right? And then he inherited everything.
And he took over the moniker of the Black Panther, who was. We need someone live fact checking shit. That'd be sweet, like a fucking nerd in the corner, like, well,
no,
yes, actually, it was 1987 when the black suit was first brought of vibranium.
most superheroes are grafted from the archetypes of myths anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's so many great myths. Like, I mean, they've done a million Thors. They've done a thousand fucking
I mean, Greek and Roman mythology are the same gods and the same titans, and that's everything that we essentially see. Like you said, Thor, god of thunder, or Norse god of whatever exactly he is. I mean, everything's kind of
Thor's thunder.
That's why I think that the point you brought up earlier about Batman, and he's just a normal dude. Coolest thing about Batman always was he's a detective, and when he would go up against Superman or any other badass villains, like, you never saw it, but he did fucking research, you know? He detected. He found out that Superman was a pussy when he got near kryptonite. So Bruce Wayne always carried kryptonite in his little wallet. Every time he run into old Clark Kent, Clark was weak.
Did you see the Luke Cage?
I did. I mixed on it. I loved it. The soundtrack of it was
the fucking
sweet.
soundtrack. All right, see,
but
like, you getting into the hip hop side of me, so I can't ever say like no, fuck
like
that
Anderson
shit.
.Paak and everyone that had live performances on the show. That shit was sweet. Luke Cage, he walked around like a fucking statue the whole time, and when he fights, he's like, it's so slow. It's fucking terrible,
horrible.
You know, I don't know.
Horrible acting. The worst part, I've never seen.
His acting was the worst. Everyone else was brilliant. Cottonmouth, what's his name?
They killed Cottonmouth in the first fucking
couple episodes.
First 2 episodes, and he had everything going.
Mahershala Ali. He's in Moonlight. He's in all the big movies. You gotta play Cottonmouth.
Yeah.
He's sick.
Yeah, he did real good.
Yeah, but I think in the whole Netflix run, that was like probably the third show that was in like Netflix. You got Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and then Iron Fist. I didn't really like
Daredevil just a little bit. I like
Daredevil. That's my favorite. That's my number one.
I like Daredevil because I like the overcoming he turned his disability into an ability.
Super ability, yeah.
And that's alchemy, and that's powerful shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm down with that.
Yeah.
But I just don't get a lot of that with the black superheroes. I gotta use the white superheroes to build and grow off of. And I don't like painting everything with race, but it's just apparent to me that we need better writers. So all my comic writers out there that come up with a little bit more diverse characters when you're choosing to paint them black. You don't necessarily have to make them from the street, and you don't have to. I mean, the hoodie with the bullet holes in it, man. Fuck out of here, man.
Yeah,
fuck out of here.
The filmmakers all said that was just all homages or throwbacks to Trayvon Martin. I'm forgetting everyone's names.
Yeah, that was fucking trash, man.
Yeah.
That's trash, man. You're almost promoting getting shot by the police.
It was interesting. It was a weird show. I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Like I said, the one thing I really liked about it is the soundtrack, which, you know, was deeply rooted in hip-hop.
All of the Guru Gangstar titles for the different songs and for the different episode names. That was pretty cool.
What other superheroes can we talk about? Off the top of my head of the list, you got Green Lantern turned into Jon Stewart at one point.
Well, Green Lantern was white and black.
Originally was white, and then I don't know what the storyline, but whenever Jon Stewart got the ring, he became the
So anybody who has the ring could be the Green Lantern?
Yeah, but I don't think anyone can just put the ring on. I think it has to choose you kind of thing. You got to be like a pretty fucking, good person or clean spirit.
Green Lantern, that was with Bruce Lee. Was that him?
No, I think you're thinking of
Green Lantern and Kato? That's not him?
Green Hornet.
Green Hornet.
Green
What's
Hornet
the
and
difference between
Kato.
the Green Hornet and the Green Lantern?
The difference is that was an older. I don't know too much about the Green Hornet. I remember they remade it a couple years back.
They did it with Seth
Seth Rogen. Yeah.
Yeah, I like Seth Rogen, man.
He's pretty talented.
The Brown Hornet. Matter of fact, that's my favorite superhero,
There you
yo.
go.
Bill Cosby.
Well, what about Blank Man? Damon Wayans.
I mean, I thought it was funny, you know what I mean? But, you know, I mean,
That's
he's fucking,
great. Yeah,
he's fucking retarded. Handyman?
Another poor man.
Yeah, Handyman.
Handyman, yeah. That was on In Living Color. Yep.
What about Method Man?
The Wu-Tang
Can't fuck
Clan.
with Method Man now.
I fucks with Method Man. He actually is a good superhero, Method Man, while he bullshitting.
He turned out to be a damn good actor.
Turned out to be.
What, man.
I tell you what, most rappers are pretty good actors.
Performers in general, you know.
Yeah, because you damn near got to be two people to survive in the industry. You have to be two people to survive in the industry. This is me. Oh yeah, this is you. Oh shit, refill.
I like that.
Yeah, man. I'm over here on water.
System works for me.
Water right now. Oh, 13 Reasons Why.
Right. Yes, the Netflix original, crazy ass controversial special that everyone's freaking the fuck out about, but probably for good reasons.
How could you possibly make a show glamorizing suicide in this digital age where people want the fucking super attention seeking age, and then you make a show glamorizing suicide? I think this is a form of population control. I think they're just trying to wipe out some more people without actually
People can't handle
doing it themselves.
Nah, yeah, I wish it's all a money grab. And the whole thing that sucks about it is it probably started at a table on paper as a good idea. Like, let's bring attention to this thing. And then they just fucking ran with it, and it turned into this. Is exactly what you're saying. It's over glorifying
Suicide as
basically fucking drama in schools, and it just the way it's filmed, the way it's shot, the way that they actually film the suicide is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that was
too
intense.
much. It's way too much.
I thought that was intense, and honestly, I thought it was the best part, and I was so happy she was fucking dead. And I'm gonna tell you why. Number one, I thought that when she got raped, you don't get raped and just fucking stand there, yo. If somebody is pushing themselves on you, you fucking fight, you scream, you kick, you run. You don't just fucking lay there and get raped. I mean, what the fuck is the...
Maybe in your experience, have you ever
been raped?
No, not been raped, but you ever had like a large group of dudes walk up to you and you have two options, you know, fight or flight, and you kind of freeze up before you have the first reaction. You know, in my opinion, you know, in that situation, you want to be the first to throw the fucking punch, take out the biggest dude in the group, or get the fuck out of Dodge. In situations, I've been in a situation where I'm like, I know I should do something, but I'm so frozen.
Yeah.
I'm so stuck in my own body. You actually kind of do step out of your body and look into it and go, run, motherfucker. It's like yelling at the theater, hey, why you run?
No.
There's a fucking devil coming after you.
It's crazy, but I instantly react.
Yeah.
I don't go with any, I am
There you go.
a super gut person. Just the other day, a fucking fight broke out right up here, I mean, not really a fight, it was a tussle. It was a scuffle, and before I knew what was happening, I was in between the scuffle, pushing one guy back. I had my drink in my hand, pushing another guy back.
Mediating it, yep.
Automatically, it was a gut instinct. Some people's gut instincts is to go for their fucking cell phone.
Yeah. I think it's instinctual, and I think it's environmental. If you've never been in a fight before, and you're in your 30s, well, not, you know, this is getting away from the story. I've seen people get in a fight, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They've never been punched in the face before.
Yeah, right?
Everyone's a badass until they
You
get punched in their fucking face and their tooth falls out in front of you. And they just sit there and you see a grown-ass man cry because they realize this is the first time in 35 years I've actually been hit.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I think it's all environmental. I had an older brother whoop my ass. I knew either to get out of town or to get him first. You know?
I was just thinking about my Uncle Guy this morning. It was all family of women, and I was the youngest. I was the first little baby. Guy was always, you know, older than most of my aunts, and Guy used to torture me.
Yeah.
I mean, torture me. And he was like, you ain't gonna be no pussy.
Yeah.
All these pussies around here, you ain't gonna be no pussy either. He would take my food, he would take my toys and hide them, he would punch me in the chest, he'd pick me up by my ears.
Damn.
He just fucked me up all the time,
all
yo.
the time.
Or random, just out of the blue. And I thought he fucking hated me. But what he didn't want me to be an over sissified dude to say that every time I couldn't get my way, I had to cry, or I ran to mommy, or I ran to auntie. He wanted me to fight for my own shit.
He gave you the drill sergeant love.
He gave me the drill sergeant love, and I appreciate. Rest in peace, guy. You did that, yo. You did that, because I always been quick to action and be able to respond. But some people, like you said, they don't have that. They get coddled.
It's interesting because they get coddled, and it's, I mean, damn. I was teaching out in Arizona at a high school, and the first week is international high school. We had these Chinese students show up, fucking best kids in the world. And midnight, student knocks on my door. He's like, Matt, emergency, emergency. I'm like, what the fuck's up, Marco? He's freaking out. Thought for sure someone was dead. I run into his room, and he points to dirt on the vent. Dirt, fucking dirt. And I go, Marco, what's the problem, buddy? He goes, he's like, I've never cleaned anything in my life.
Wow.
He was scared of a pile of fucking dirt. And I asked him, I said, well, you know, why haven't you ever cleaned anything? And he was like, well, back home, we have a person who does everything for that. And I was like, that's great. Well, you're in Arizona, in the middle of the fucking desert. Here's a rag.
Here's a fucking rag.
Time to get dirty.
Here's a Swiffer.
2 weeks later, he acclimated. He was like, into the United States pop culture. He's walking around the dorm with this shirt off. He's talking about NFL, basketball. He's like clean. He's like, I clean all the time, speaking this fake American accent. But wherever you come from, man, when you come to something new that you've never done before, whether it's dirt on the fucking ceiling to a girl getting raped, it's really hard to understand and think about what that one person's gonna do. Yeah, if someone sticks anything near my asshole, you guarantee you're getting your jugular throat ripped out. You know what I'm saying? You're getting your ears torn off, your nose ripped out, your eyeballs. But that's because I come from a place where I've been backed into a corner and I gotta get out with my life. You know what I mean? And that's not everyone's experience, so.